Ask how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's good YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. And thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over this daggone break room, y'all. Okay, y'all, we back. We back like we never daggone left. I was very curious about what y'all were talking about with the second live stream that Alana, also known as Bubbles, and Keonte did with Tanae being on live stream. And so I was like, dang, where were you guys talking? Because I couldn't find it when we were on live, and you guys, I found it. Okay. Yes, sis. And I want y'all to hear this because maybe some of y'all did. It sounded like some of y'all did hear it. Some of you guys didn't hear it. But I want you guys to hear the explosion. Okay. Because you could tell that Keonte was definitely inebriated. All right. I don't know if Bubbles was, but he definitely was. Okay. So let's get into it real quick.
All the kids that got done doing nothing. And y'all will never try to critique me and say that I'm being messy or talking about any kid, because I would never do that. So if a nigga come playing with me talking about their kids, or talking about I'm saying, bro, you're wrong, and I'm gonna spank your ass, because if a nigga talking about my kids, I'm gonna feel the same way. So I ain't even finna play with no man or woman about their kids. But guess what though? That parent or that father, nigga, is big smoke, nigga, and it's whatever you want, nigga. On my own, whatever you want, bro. And I swear to God on my life, bro, I'm not punk. I ain't crying wolf. I'm really like that, bro. Don't let their light skin man. Look, fuck what they saying. I'm not worried about.
Stop me. This ain't talking about my child on live.
Who talking about my child on live?
Yo. So
who talking about you can't talk about my child on live? My baby, man.
Talking about my child on live. Let's be very motherfucking clear. But you have 7 kids. Them kids gonna grow up motherfucking miserable.
Hey, look. First off, Alana, you better, Alana, you better shut the fuck up. Alana, like, I'm a real nigga now.
Especially little girl.
Alana, you better shut up.
Especially little girl.
Shut up, because
who?
You.
Boy, bye.
Alana, chill.
Oh boy.
Give a damn about a hater when I feel like.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Give a damn about a hater when I feel like.
It was Bubbles' delayed response for me. It was her delayed response for me. She was like, wait, did you just tell me the STFU? She was like, wait, hold on. Who? Who you talking to? Hell, he talking to your ass, Bubbles.
Because I don't even want to go down live. At the end of the day, you trying to like, now you playing with my real nigga card though, at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
I don't give about her kids.
You better. Who talking about you can't talk about my child on live with my baby?
You talking about my child on live. Let's be very motherfucking clear. But you have 7 kids. Them kids gonna grow up motherfucking miserable.
Hey, look. First off, Alana, you better, Alana, you better shut the fuck up. Alana, like, I'm a real nigga now.
Especially little girl.
Alana, you better shut up.
Especially little girl.
Shut up, because
who?
You.
Boy, bye.
Alana, chill, cause
she said who? She said who? Who? Who need to shut up? He said, shit, you. He said, who else in the room? said, Clover ain't said nothing. I said, oh, okay, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. She said, who? He said, your ass. You. Yeah, you. You know. Shit, you. Baby, I would have been so embarrassed. You hear me? Now, there's an old saying when a drunk, what it say? A drunk tells a sober truth, or a drunk don't tell a sober lie, something. Baby, that was a lot going on right there. Now, I felt what he was just like, Alana, hush. Like, don't bring up the kid. But see, Alana got baited by the people in the chat, because I didn't hear. Listen, I listened to quite a bit of Tanae's live this morning, from like last night to this morning. I didn't hear her talking about the kids. No, I didn't see that, sis. I didn't hear Tanae. Her comments be targeted towards Bubbles. And let's be honest, y'all. A drunk man speaks a sober mind. Thank you. The chat sometimes will carry the bones. At the end of the day, the people want the drama, right? But him telling her to shut up like that, my thing is, why, Keonte? Why tell her to shut up now, when you've been allowing her to ad lib on the situation between you and Tanae? We do understand. Somebody said something about her having 7 kids, and you was there for the triplets, blah, 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 blah. Right. But again, this is why I said this right here shouldn't be Bubbles' conversation. This is why I said when he has these in-depth conversations with his audience, Bubbles does not need to be a part of it, because it don't have nothing to do with her, technically. Again, I know how y'all, when she talked about Clover, when Clover was in her belly. Yes, we understand that, y'all. And that Clover got her not Clover. Bubbles got her get back on that, right? Yeah, she did do that. But this situation, now, apparently Keonte apologized to her, as he should have. But I don't care how drunk you are, you know that you're telling this woman to shut the F up. Like, at that moment, Bubbles was irritating him. And that's why Bubbles should stop him. So I was like, you know what, Ninja, I'll shut the F up. Stop. Now you shut the F up. Stop talking about this woman and that situation around me. You want to talk about it? Talk about it when I'm not around.
I don't even want to go down live. At the end of the day, you trying to now you playing with my real nigga card. Though, at the end of the day,
I don't give a fuck about her kids.
You better stop saying, if you don't give a fuck about her kids, keep that shit to your motherfucking self. Don't let me hear that say that shit, because I was there for them girls, and I ain't gonna let nobody say it in my face, whether wrong or right. At the end of the day,
he said, I was there for them girls. She said, I don't give a F. Well, we do know that. we know she don't care nothing about them triplets, because those are not his kids. And biologically, he did not birth those girls in the world, but them little girls has been calling him daddy since they've been able to talk. Keontae's been raising them girls since they was 3 months old. They, 9 now? But see, Bubbles doesn't understand that, because she's never been in this type of situation. She's probably heard about it or things of that nature, but she's never been in this type of situation. Being with a man that already got a ready-made family. Typically it's reverse. It's the woman with the ready-made family and the man coming in. But this situation, Keonte was the one with the already ready-made family. And we're not even talking about him having a wife. We're just saying he had many children prior to meeting her.
what I'm saying is, and that's why Clover don't want me to say it. So just chill, Alana, because I don't want to listen. At the end of the day, it's enough people already critiquing this shit as it is. Just let me handle this shit. Let me deal with this shit. I
don't give a fuck about
listen. I understand exactly where you're coming from, and Lona. You ain't wrong, bro. Fuck justifying this shit. You ain't wrong for how you feel.
Leave him, Alana.
Get the fuck out my chat, then. Fuck you talking about. Okay, you gonna leave me, Alana? Is you gonna leave me?
No.
All right, then.
Well, I mean, she ain't got to leave, y'all. If she want to stay, let's be honest. Her decisions doesn't affect our lives. But trust and believe, sis. He did it once. He'll do it again. He's probably done it before. This probably ain't the first time he told her to shut her ass up. Because he probably thinks she's slow. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's kind of embarrassing. You standing here holding his 3-month-old, and in front of an audience of 500 plus people, he told you to shut the F up. Talking about a situation that he won't stop talking about. Talking about a situation that he won't stop talking about. If he would stop talking about it, I don't think Bubbles would find any interest in it either. Because she could talk about the situation all day long. It's not going to stop the fact that obviously Keonte had a life before he met Bubbles. And the life he had before he met Bubbles obviously affects the life that they currently have now together.
Yeah, but don't play with me.
Babe, I'm not playing with you, but I'm just saying, I'm not gonna leave you neither. At the end of the day, ain't no bitch got me like how Lona got me.
What Keonte gotta say about how he feel about what I say about what
you better shut the fuck up about my girl. At the end of the day, don't steal my triplets. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, how y'all say. I don't give a fuck what Bubbles say. Yeah, in my eyes. And I ain't gonna let nobody talk. And I ain't gonna let nobody talk bad about them because I was there for them since 3 months old. So yeah, I was. So you're right. And that's why I ain't gonna let nobody play with them. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about me and their mama being at odds. Cause her mama don't matter. Fuck that hoe.
I don't give a fuck.
And no disrespect to that bitch neither though. But I'm just saying, I know nobody gonna disrespect them triplets. And y'all comments ain't gonna disrespect them triplets neither. And y'all ain't gonna disrespect Clover. And y'all gonna disrespect Kasaya, KJ. None of them. Y'all gonna disrespect none of them. Exactly. So fuck y'all. If y'all got anybody to say about my kids, it's big smoke about y'all. And I got 100 rounds for all of y'all for talking about my kids. But when it comes to the mamas, like the drama
but
shit,
you can be over there talking bad about Clover.
That's hard. That's that bitch. We ain't gonna do that though. But we ain't.
Fuck my child and fuck her daughter too. Fuck
you can't. So look, listen. I'm gonna just say like,
ooh, honey, Bubbles, sis, calm down, girl. This is the life you signed up for. Buckle up, Buttercup. You signed up for this, ma'am. The triplets was there before you, ma'am. He definitely has an emotional ties to those kids, to those little girls. But honey, Bubbles pissed. Not because he's sticking up for them triplets, because he told her ass to shut the F up. That's what she pissed about. Okay? I'm pretty sure Bubbles understands the relationship, the emotional relationship he has with those little girls. I'm pretty sure she understands that, right? So at the end, right, Black and Bougie, those are just not Tanae's kids. Those are his kids too. Legally, they're his stepchildren. Morally, those are his stepchildren because he embraced those little girls at 3 months old to current. When Tanae got into that situation last year when she got put out, who he go pick up? He went and picked them little girls up. When he went to go pick KJ up, he said he wasn't going to lead him there. He wasn't going to do it because his emotions wouldn't allow him to do that. Right now, even when he went to, that was what, last year or earlier this year when he went by Tanae's house and he sat in the parking lot, he waited till the girls got off the bus. They was all in the car with him. Like he understands that the relationship he had is not going to be the same because he doesn't live in the house currently with Tanae. But hopefully he still has that emotional bond with them that he's built over the years. Bubbles, as a woman, you got to understand it. But Keonte, I blame you, right? I blame you because you having these opinions about their mama, which will trickle, and then y'all passing information to Tanae. The tripper said your house nasty. The tripper said your pants stank, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Instigating, had them little girls in grown folks' business. Like I said earlier in the live today, Tanae sat there for 3.5 hours. Y'all was in the chat saying, oh, she said they was asleep. Y'all think them little girls didn't? Everybody in that house was asleep. You heard Keelan moving the vacuum cleaner around and the kids trying to wrestle the vacuum cleaner from him. So everybody in that house was not completely asleep. Some of the children that can hear and function, some of them were up. And like I said, having that type of conversation about what you and Keonte do in the bedroom has no business being a part of a conversation where those kids can hear it. They don't need to be involved in that drama. But Tanae can't help herself.
Like this, at the end of the day, you really sound like your sister. How you and your sister was.
Give a fuck.
So, but I'm in the building though. So I don't give a fuck what you and your sister had going on, whatever the fuck y'all said about them. And I don't give a fuck about none of these motherfucking comments because at the end of the day, OD gang know the truth. And they gonna side with me and they gonna know, they gonna be like, but at the end of the day, I'm a man. And I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect no kids, period. I don't give a fuck if it's the triplets, if it's my kids, if it's Clover, if it's the twins, bro. Kids is kids, they innocent. Don't speak on the kids, bro. Don't speak on the kids. I don't give a fuck what being said. Don't speak on children, bro. Don't speak on kids. You can talk on the mama, you can talk on the daddy, the cousin, the aunt. Hell, you can talk about the motherfucking grandma.
Right. Don't speak on the children. But unfortunately, when the adults involve the children, you can't help but to speak on them. Because y'all involving them in the drama. But definitely leave the kids up out of it. But again, Bubbles is still holding on to the fact that Tanae wished death on her unborn child. And Tanae was dead ass wrong for that. But what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Bend her over our knee and give her a spanking? Based off what Keonte has said, you know, she getting her karma. So let God whoop her. Like at the end of the day, what Tanae said, and I said this to you guys when we reacted on that last year. I said, Tanae, as a mother, we didn't even know she was pregnant. I said, Tanae, as a mother, you have 5 kids. There is no way you should be wishing death on another woman's unborn child that technically has not done anything to you, for the simple fact that you are a mother yourself. But that's why Keonte needs to leave this conversation alone, because it's affecting his current household. I'm glad that he stood up for the little girls, but he didn't have to stand up for them by standing on top of Bubbles' shoulders to push her back down. You stood up for the little girls, and as you should, as a man, you should. But you had to step on Bubbles to stand up for them, which when Bubbles shouldn't even be involved in this situation. Hey, LaToy. So at the end of the day, y'all, what we all have agreed is this is a very toxic, messy situation. Unfortunately, like that situation over there with Olivia and Gerard, the kids become the casualty. Because unfortunately for the triplets, they don't have anybody. Apparently, they don't have their biological father. Now, they don't have Keonte in the sense that the way he used to have him, because now the tension is very evident, right? So even if he gets to the point where he gets to commingle with his sons again, which not if, he will, that situation with those little girls, because of how Bubbles feel, is going to be estranged. Because if Tanae was any type of woman, she wouldn't dare let her little girls go over to Keonte's house where Bubbles live. I know I wouldn't. Baby, after you and your sister got on this internet and drugged my kids, I wouldn't dare be sending my daughters over there with y'all. Not saying that Bubbles is going to do anything to them. It just isn't appropriate. So, but again, Tanae started this mess with saying those foul, vicious things about Bubbles' unborn child when Bubbles hadn't said anything to her. No more than what's to be expected when you sleeping with somebody else's man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So Bubbles really hadn't said nothing to her. She hadn't said nothing about the kids publicly that we know of, that we heard. But it's almost like Keonte invited this situation. He seen it unfold. It was going to be hard to, although we all say keep the kids out of it, it's kind of hard. Because Bubbles feels like, in my opinion, those little girls are messy because they mama messy. She don't care for the mama. So, and let's be honest, she probably ain't coochie-coo feeling with KJ and Kalani because they still are offspring of Tanae. Bubbles cares about her child. But let's be honest. Remember what Tanae told us? She don't care about nobody kids but her own. And at the time, Keonte had 2 other children from 2 other relationships. Bubbles said right there on that video and said she don't care about nobody kids but her own. Not Bubbles, Tanae, excuse me. Tanae said right there in the video and said she don't give a F about nobody kids but her own. So is Bubbles wrong for feeling the same way? She said the same, but Tanae said the same thing when she was with Keonte. Now Bubbles saying it. You said, yes, she did. I put that in Keonte chat on yesterday. We didn't see his kids around. Kaylani is Liv, baby. What you mean, Yolanda? I understand, and it's Tanae's fault, and they're her daughters. Yeah. I don't think she cared for them boys either, in my opinion. I really don't. I think anything that has to do with Tanae, she don't care for. Bubbles is laser focused on her child, which she should be. It's her child, and it's her first child. I don't think she cares anything about anything after that. Which, sis, you can't be that way because you openly started dating a guy and got pregnant by a guy who already had 4 kids prior to the one he just had with you. I just feel bad that these kids are even in it, period. And he has a lot of love for those little girls. Bubbles don't care for those boys at all. I don't think she cares for anything other than her own child. I really don't. I really don't. But again, this is the situation. Hey, Walk, this is the situation. Oh, did I? My bad. This is the situation that Bubbles invited into her life. So she has to deal with it. If you're going to deal with Keonte, you have to deal with this situation. It would be all the same difference if Bubbles had 4 kids prior to meeting Keonte. If Keonte decided to or agreed to pursue a relationship with Bubbles, knowing that she already had 4 kids by other men, and he accept that, Bubbles got to accept the same thing too, because let's be honest, those kids, those triplets are not just Tanae's, they're his too. Now, it's up to Keonte. Biologically, they're not his, but it's up to Keonte how he's going to handle that situation moving forward.
But y'all ain't finna speak on these motherfucking kids, especially if I was involved with them, if I was raising them, if I was dealing with them. They called me dad. If they looked at me as a protector, I'm always gonna be there for the triplets. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. I'm going to be there for the triplets. I'm going to be there for Kyle. I'm going to be there for the Kasaya. I'm going to be there for KJ. And I'm damn sure going to be there for Clover. The twins, I plead the fifth. I can't never speak on
First
that.
of all, let's be very clear. We're not getting nothing. We're most definitely not arguing. So let's be very clear.
Nah, this is a debate. Y'all ain't never heard of the Beta Club. Y'all ain't never heard of the Beta Club. This is the discussion. I know the reactors gonna have a field day with this shit, but this shit going on so long, they don't know what part to record. But I'm just letting you know, when it comes to these kids, if I'm in the vicinity, ain't nobody, I don't give a fuck if it's your mama, my mama, your daddy, my daddy, your baby mama, they baby mama. Ain't nobody better speak on these kids while I'm in this motherfucker. Because if y'all speak on these kids, y'all got smoke with me. So they go for you, your sister, her. I was just speaking on because.
Wait, so now you didn't drug the sister back into it? Keonte, is that the sister that's watching Clover while she go work? Now, Keonte, don't ostracize yourself from Bubbles family. You already did that with Tanae family. Now, y'all got to understand, Keonte, from what Tanae told us, Keonte didn't really have a strong family bond. Apparently, his mom didn't raise him. From what Tanae said. Now, I just feel like Tanae know what she's talking about because she's been with the man since she was in high school, or been knowing him since she was in high school. Tanae told a story in her live that they went to go do a welfare check on Keonte's mother, and when they went to the house that Keonte's mother was at, she was laying in the bed deceased. Apparently, from what Tanae said, that Keonte's mother struggled with alcohol abuse, and so you know, obviously Keonte didn't have, a strong family bond. Apparently his older siblings is the one who raised him. Again, this was Tanae's recount of the situation. And I believe Tanae because she's the one that's been there the longest. Bubbles, she only know what Keonte tell her. Tanae know exactly what happened because she was right there. So I think Keonte has been waiting a while to check Bubbles about what her and her sister did when Bubbles was still pregnant back in what was that, November? I think Keonte has been waiting a while to check her for it. I think he was just waiting for her to have that baby, and this was the prime opportunity. He probably used the excuse that he was a little inebriated, but I think he been waiting to check Bubbles about that because once he heard about or seen what Bubbles' sister and Bubbles did by dragging those triplet little girls. I don't think Keonte was happy about that. And I think he's probably just been keeping his mouth shut. And this was the opportunity that, I feel like he been wanting to tell her to STFU because I don't think he liked how her and Bubbles and her sister drugged those little girls. I mean, we didn't like it. Y'all know I didn't even finish watching that reaction because I thought it was ghetto and tacky as hell. Because I'm like, what we beefing with the little 8-year-old girls for? Like, I'm curious, why are we beefing with the 8-year-olds? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the 8-year-olds have the right to have an opinion. If they say Bubba House was nasty, maybe it was. I don't know. You said, I sure hope that's a Shein Amari shirt because them shirts go for the same price as child support for girl. Keonte is the knockoff king around there. Okay. Keonte went live today looking a hot, drunk, funky mess. What happened to his job? Child, I don't know. Maybe it was seasonal. You think he talks to her like that often? Could be, sis. I don't know. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Cutie, it apparently doesn't bother Tanae because she's still, or not Tanae, Bubbles, because she's still there.
Because they said something about KJ a long time ago about KJ, about her speaking on my son KJ.
No, she's spoken on fucking triplets.
Man, that too. I said the kids. I kid and all kids. You better not give a fuck. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting it be known. I'm just letting it be known. I'm just letting it be known. I'ma stand on the principle of the game. At the end of the day, y'all can critique me, y'all can side with me, or y'all ain't got to side with me. But y'all gonna listen to the truth. What the fuck she got going on over there? And I'm not talking about Bubbles. I'm talking about the other. I'm talking about responding on petitioner. I don't give a fuck. Right, y'all got every right. That's why I ain't been blocking y'all. If my mud been blocked. First off, I ain't saying shit else. We got 600 people in this live, and we ain't even got 200 likes.
Okay, so we get ready to go because he get ready to start auctioning off the likes. So There we go, y'all. Y'all wanted to see it and hear it, and there you go. There it is. That's what happened. Keonte apologized to Bubba on his live today for talking to her like that. Yep. I mentioned that Latoya earlier in the live that Keonte did apologize to Bubbles. Somebody in his comments said, okay, apology is cute, but let's go a little further. Can we have a date night? Bump a date night. No, we can't do it. I don't want you to date me. I want you to never ever speak to me in that tone ever again. I don't give a damn what I'm talking about. Because let's be honest, Bubbles wasn't telling you to shut the F up. So you could have told Bubbles chill without cussing her out like that. Like he definitely could have been like, Bubbles, just chill. He definitely could have been like, Bubbles, just chill. The STFU was to me just a tad bit too aggressive. Okay. And let's be honest. Bubble has grown some animosity because of the constant drama Keonte has been keeping up with him and Tanae and all this foolishness going on. You want Bubbles to STFU today, but a couple months ago when Tanae got put out and the triplet little girls needed somewhere to stay until she could figure out her next plan, you wanted Bubbles to accept those kids being there. So now you want her to STFU, but a few months ago, you needed those girls to spend the night. See, that's why you can't break your neck for a ninja, because guarantee you, he will not break his neck for you. Okay, girl. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I just wanted to touch bases, touch in, show y'all that. And baby, I'm gone, child. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, honey. Remember, what you love. Bye.